Hello. So on Tuesday, when I told you guys about my numbing out with caffeine, one of the areas I talked about was parenting and how I would turn to caffeine or alcohol as a way to numb out when I was parenting, and how that was really covering up one of two issues: either the behavior itself of the girls and needing to try different parenting tactics, or that I was being triggered for some reason. And rather than dealing with the why behind the trigger, I just drink coffee or alcohol. So when I talk about a trigger, everyone's trigger is going to be different. Like, there's going to be different situations that are triggering to you, whether it's, when they don't listen, when they're messy. I don't know. There's just different situations. Like, one that's oddly triggering for me is when Allie gets frustrated with her schoolwork. Like, it really triggers frustration in me instead of like being patient and supportive of her. So I feel like a lot of parent triggers are from our childhood, things that like we learned from our parents, or Brian's, really triggered by messes, and his mom kept a very clean house, and so he learned that from her. And it's not good or bad, it's just the way things are. Like, we learn from our parents. They did the best they could, and we're doing the best we can. But I just feel like there's this different level of consciousness in our era where instead of just numbing out the trigger or repeating the trigger, it's figuring out why we're having that trigger and trying to change it. I've also found that sometimes I get triggered easily if I haven't eaten properly. Like, I'll eat at lunch, and then the girls get home at like 3:30, and I will have not had a snack, and so then my blood sugar drops, and then I'm like super quick to get triggered. And usually when we're triggered, it's also because something inside us needs to be healed. The situation with Allie and the schoolwork, maybe I was the same way. Like, I got quick to be frustrated with my schoolwork, and maybe I wasn't supported in the way I needed to. I don't know. I haven't really dug into that particular trigger. I've definitely been digging into my patience trigger and my perfection triggers, but I'm not going to give you all the solutions and ideas. It's just to be aware of when you're being triggered and start thinking about like what those situations are. You'll probably find that they repeat, and maybe there's something that you need to do in your day that's different, whether it's having time by yourself, or filling up your own cup, or it's eating, or it's really doing some deep work, probably with a coach or a counselor, on healing that inner child. So just a little insight into some of my work I've been doing on parental triggers. I would love to hear, if you're aware of a trigger, what that trigger is and how you've been working to overcome it. Have a great day.